Hey Rose Petals and Rose Fellows, it is Candace Rose, and in today's Self-Care Saturday, I am going to be sharing with you guys my Brazilian wax experience. A little bit of a disclaimer: if you guys are under 18, please go ahead and remove yourself from this conversation because this is an adult conversation. And if you guys feel like y'all about to slide up in my comments being rude and being disrespectful, then I'm gonna have to block you. This is an adult conversation, and if you're not ready for it, then move around. If you don't have anything nice to say, then move around. Taking care of your yoni is a very important as far as self-care. Like, I treat my yoni like a newborn baby. I treat it with care. So what made me decide to get a Brazilian wax? Well, first of all, I've been getting Brazilian waxes for a little bit over a year now, and there are numerous reasons why I decided to get a Brazilian wax and stay getting them. So one of the reasons was that I heard that they last longer. I was the type of person that I shaved and I naired a lot. Well, I did more shaving than nairing because I don't know, that smell of nair, it just smelled like perm, and you know, perms don't really have like the best chemicals in it. So I was more so shaving than nairing. I would nair every once in a while, and I just heard that getting Brazilian waxes just last a lot longer. So basically, I've tried just about every hair removal treatment, and I just wanted to give waxing a try because I'll try anything once. Another reason why I tried waxing is because at the time that I got my first Brazilian wax, it was hot as heck. Like, it was like the summer of 2018, and that particular summer was scorching hot. So I just wanted to try it just to see if I would like it or not. I go to the wax pot because at the time it was close to my house. I lived on the north side, and this location was located in Gahanna, and I would always see the wax pot because it was like a storefront in a plaza, and I would always go to this plaza to go grocery shopping or to get food or, you know, and things of that nature. So I'm like, let me just try the wax pot. So once I decided to go there, I did research that location, and they got really, really good reviews. So I was just like, what the heck, I might as well just go ahead and just schedule an appointment. Well, the first time I did like a walk-in, and they were really busy, so I just went ahead and I scheduled an appointment after that. So like I said, I had been going to this location for over a year, and I have yet to have a bad experience there. The staff is really nice, it's really clean, and my esthetician is the bomb. I'm not going to give her name because I didn't ask her. I didn't ask her if it was okay if I mentioned her name in this video, but my esthetician is the bomb. She is super nice, she's very personable, and she is professional, and she's really good at what she does, and she's fast as well. Like, she gets me in and out. And one thing that my esthetician suggested, because I'm gonna be all the way honest. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I want everything gone, but I just like a little landing strip. But I wanted to try something different and go completely hairless, but I was kind of afraid to take that leap. So she and I came up with a good compromise. Well, she actually suggested it, and I just agreed to it, that you're probably apprehensive on going completely hairless, so let's just thin out the landing strip until it's completely gone. And I'm like, yeah, that's a really good idea, and that's what we came up with. And it's really good to have an esthetician that has like suggestions like that. There are a couple things that I do to prep before I actually go to my appointment. So the first thing I do is I always schedule my appointment in the morning. Like, I schedule all of my appointments in the morning if I have anything to do with it. The first thing is because I want to get it over with. I just want to get in, I want to get it over with, and I want to go on about my day. The second thing is like, I feel like, you know, anybody that is providing the service, I feel like they're at their best in the morning because you're like one of their first clients. Usually throughout the day, they get tired, they're ready to go home. Not saying that they won't perform well, but they're just ready to go. They're ready to eat. They probably didn't have a bathroom break or whatever the situation may be. So I always schedule my appointments in the morning. The second thing is if my hairs are a little bit too long, I always try to trim them down. If the hair is too long, then it's going to hurt a lot worse. Like if you trim it down, don't trim it all the way down, but you want to trim it down to the length where the wax is able to grip the hair follicles and you'll have a clean pull, but you don't want to make it too short to where, I mean, you want to make it short enough and close enough to the skin to where it is as painless as possible. I mean, it's going to hurt, but it's going to be less pain if you get it like have a happy medium between like the length and the skin ratio. I don't know. And another thing that I do is I shower, obviously. Like there's no point of me like running errands and, you know, moving around and going on about my day while I have an appointment scheduled in the afternoon and I have to come back home and take another shower for my waxing appointment. So I just go ahead and I schedule the appointment in the morning. That way, in the morning, I'm taking a shower anyway. So there are a couple things that I do in the shower as far as like cleansing is concerned. So the first thing that I do is like, obviously I wash that area really, really good from front to back. But when I get to my backside, like, you should be doing this anyway. I do this every day anyway. But when you are getting a Brazilian wax, obviously she's going to wax the backside. So when you are in the shower, you want to kind of like squat a little bit and you want to push your rectum out. I know this is so explicit. You want to push your rectum out like you're doing a number 2, and then you want to cleanse that area because you want the rectum to be as like taut as possible, because obviously like you may miss a spot when you are wiping after doing a number 2. So you want to push out that rectum. You want to cleanse while the rectum is nice and stretched because you want to get all of that area nice and clean, but you want to do that every day anyway. Another thing that I do after I take my shower is I wear loose clothing. I don't want anything to be rubbing up against me after the wax because, you know, your skin is very tender. Some people are sore. I'm not sore. It's just very sensitive and it's very tender. So you want less clothing to be rubbing up against you as possible. Sometimes I wear underwear before my appointment. Sometimes I don't. A lot of times in the summertime, like I'll wear like a sundress, like a really long sundress, but I don't put underwear on because I just want I don't want a whole lot of fabrics just rubbing up against there after my wax. And 30 minutes before my appointment, I take some type of pain medication. Like it's not anything that's prescribed. It's like a over-the-counter, like ibuprofen or Motrin. I take that about 30 to 40 minutes before my actual appointment because, you know, I just want to reduce the pain afterwards and during sometimes. I have recently been doing this, like my last 2 appointments, I've been taking pain medicine, and I've noticed every time I take this pain medicine while I'm getting waxed, it does not hurt as much. Like you're going to feel pressure, but I feel less pain. Now, they do offer like some numbing creams, but I choose not to use a topical numbing cream because it's like a lubricant and the wax might slip and you might not have a really clean pull. So I just go ahead and I take a pain medication. so this is the room where I get waxed in. She always asks, do I need to use the bathroom? And I always tell her no, because I always use the bathroom first. And she gives you wipes so you can cleanse with. And yeah, let's get undressed. Actually, like, shocked.
I think it's the whole throw off from like Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Everyone's kind of like, holy shit, what's going on?
Right, and then like my birthday was on Black Friday. So it was like a back-to-back of everything.
So what did you do for your birthday?
Well, I actually went back home.
You did?
Yep, I went back home and his family had something planned for me. You know, it was Thanksgiving weekend.
So everyone's going
So
back to
everybody was home. Like all my high school friends, everybody was there. And I went out. Yeah, I had so much fun, girl. I got alcohol poisoning. That's how much fun I had.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Did you go to the hospital?
No.
Oh my
I'm like, I just
God.
need to drink some stuff.
He's like, the bartender had to cut you two off because you couldn't even say a damn
Oh.
word. I'm like,
Once you are finished with your Brazilian, you obviously have to do some aftercare. The first day of my Brazilian wax, I don't do much. I just try to wear loose clothing because my skin is not irritated, but it's just very tender, it's very sensitive because it obviously just went through some trauma. So I try not to do too much. Now after maybe 24 hours, I do exfoliate. Now, when I was first getting my Brazilian waxes, I was exfoliating like 3 times a week, but now I've recently started exfoliating every day, and I really like it. Like, I try like exfoliating. You do that in the shower. Well, I do my exfoliation in the shower, and I try to give myself enough time because it does take time to actually exfoliate. So there are a couple things that I do when I exfoliate. First thing I do is that I wash that area. Like, you wanna, before you do any type of exfoliation, whether it's your face or your body or anything, you want to make sure the area is nice and clean. Now, when I do exfoliate, I use this brush right here. I think I got this from like Five Below, but the bristles are extremely soft. Now, this is clean. I sterilized this, but the bristles are really, really soft, but they are I guess firm enough to where you can get in those areas. So I use that, and I also use this apricot scrub, and this is like a generic version. I tried to get the the St. Ives version, but they didn't have it at my local Dollar General, so I got the generic version, and it works just the same. And I really like this apricot scrub. I do use this on my face as well, and I really like this apricot scrub because it is very gentle on that area. Y'all, let me tell y'all, one time I messed around and I used like this sea salt scrub down there, and I about hit the damn roof. Like, my vagina burned so bad. And I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was like in a rush at the time, and I was like, I need to exfoliate. And I don't know, I just grabbed some sea salt scrub. It smelled good, but the key word is sea salt, and I damn near hit the fucking ceiling. So don't use that. So I do use the apricot scrub. You want to use a nice exfoliator that is nice and gentle. This is the best to me. It does not make me burn. It does not irritate the skin. And I use the brush to combat with, just to get that extra exfoliation. So once I am out of the shower, I have been using, I got hip to this little aftershave stuff, and this is the Tend Skin Solution. And I really, really like this stuff. I saw this a long time ago, like years ago. I want to say back in 2013. This was before I started getting Brazilian waxes, but this was like the rave back then. And it works for ingrown hairs, razor bumps, shaving, and waxing. This is a 4 fluid ounce bottle. Now, this is not a big bottle, but it's very expensive. This little bottle was like $20. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this stuff better freaking work. But it works for me. and I really do like it. I got this from Walgreens. I put this on after I get out of the shower. After I use the Thin Skin, I do use a moisturizer, and this is the moisturizer that I've been using. This is the Ancient Cosmetics Ingrown Hair Oil. I really love this stuff, and as you can see, I don't have a whole lot in here left. If you guys go back to a couple videos ago, I had did like a first impressions and unboxing of this stuff, and I had got like some shea butter, body butter stuff. I didn't like the body butter at all, but I love this ingrown hair oil, and I'm just about gone. Let's be realistic here. I can't necessarily say that I do not get ingrown hairs, because that's just being like completely fake. But those products and that routine that I do, it minimizes ingrown hairs. Like I probably get 1, maybe 2 ingrown hairs per wax, and that is really good. So basically, like when I get an ingrown hair, it's not deeply rooted underneath my skin. Like the ingrown hair is really close to the surface, to where I'm able to get down in there and pluck the hair out. I don't have any scarring at all, and like I said, I probably get like 1 ingrown hair per wax. So overall, I really love getting Brazilian waxes. Like I don't have to shave as much. Like I can go about a month and a half without shaving. No, let me take that back. I can go a month without shaving, and I really love it. Like I feel clean, I feel really fresh, and I like getting waxes. So as long as I keep doing this little aftercare routine and my prep routine, then I will be good to go. Overall, I like getting Brazilian waxes, and now that I have absolutely no hair down there, I really feel fresh. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Self-Care Saturday and my Brazilian wax experience. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.